Hi, North Rainbow. Welcome to part two of Debunking the Myths of the Mountain Laurel. I'm here with Professor Tim Hendrix, and we got a few more questions for you, Tim. Let's see. How about, is the Mountain Laurel a legitimate publication? I have a lot of people asking me about that.
Absolutely. With the Mountain Laurel, as is the case with any literary publication, you would definitely have your piece in print, and it would be considered just the same as though you were getting it published anywhere else. You would be able to list that as something that you've published on a resume. You'd be able to say that you've been in print somewhere, and plus there is just a lot of benefit just to seeing your work really accepted and published by somebody else. And so there are a lot of benefits to this. You can just go ahead and say that yes, I have been published, and it was by a legitimate publication. It's the purpose of having our staff is to show that we've got a juried selection of what is good artwork, what is good writing, and so by having our staff actually judge these pieces, that is what happens in any legitimate publication. Is people read it over and they decide this is something good to publish, and so that's something that you'll be able to do if you're able to get a piece published in the Mountain Laurel. Is you'll have something that is legitimately published.
Okay. And you say if we're going to get a piece, so not all pieces are put into the Mountain Laurel?
Afraid not. You'll have pieces that will have things submitted, and not everything gets in. Of course, we have a lot more submitted than is possible to print, and so we really do kind of surface through to find, okay, what are the best pieces. And so we really want people to do their absolute best as they submit things to the Mountain Laurel. But as I said, it is juried. Our staff will read through it and decide, okay, what are the best pieces that we're getting here, and those pieces that maybe need more work, we aren't just going to say, oh, this is bad, toss it out. There are pieces where we'll say, okay, this is good, but maybe it needs a little more work. We'll just give some suggestions, send it back to the author, give them a second chance to just to work on it, resubmit it, and get it back in there. Just those pieces that we really think do have that just really have that possibility and the potential. So yes, it is possible to get pieces in, but of course we do have to understand that I want to get my best pieces in there, because chances are if it's not something that's really good quality, then it might not make it in.
Right, of course. Another question, is there a major or class requirement? I know a lot of people may think that the Mountain Laurel is only for English majors, or maybe even only for interdisciplinary majors with English as a component, or whatever else.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of pieces people will think, oh, well, this is a literary magazine. It's going to be for the English majors. It's going to be for the seniors to work on, because they're the ones who know how to do this. That's not true. We've seen some very good pieces by freshman writers, freshmen who are not even English majors, remotely. In fact, our first place, we had a first place nonfiction piece that was actually written by a freshman student with the previous Mountain Laurel, and so regardless of year classification, regardless of major, we do accept these pieces, because people from different walks of life, different ages, they're going to be able to come up with different things to say, and so we will be looking for those, and we treat every single piece fairly, regardless of your year classification, regardless of your major, it doesn't matter. We do a blind reading where we don't see your name, we don't see the year classification, we don't see major, we just see the piece, and we judge it based on what that piece is. And so I've seen some very good pieces, especially done by people outside of English majors, outside of the senior year. I've seen very strong pieces written by interdis majors, written by music majors, written by Christian studies majors, and so there are no limits at all on that. Anybody who is associated with North Greenville basically can submit something, and so and we definitely encourage everybody to do so.
Good deal. Last question for you. Let's say that I have an interest in not just submitting to the Mountain Laurel, but I want to be on the staff of the Mountain Laurel. How would I go about doing that, and what benefits might I get from working on a publication?
We really do try to get a staff that is very focused and really knows what they're doing with these pieces, because of course, as I said, the staff is in charge of judging these pieces. The staff is in charge of doing that, and so we want people who have who have a good idea of what that means, of what good artwork, good writing looks like. And so we do look for that type of person. We can take people onto staff on recommendations if we hear through other professors that okay, this person knows what artwork is, knows what writing is. We will sometimes approach those people and ask them to be on staff. Other than that, we have two other routes of getting in. One is just volunteer basis. Anyone can just come on up if they have an interest in it, and just volunteer to work on the Mountain Laurel, and we would accept them, even if they really haven't got a very clear idea of what good poetry is. Hopefully they'll be able to learn about it through that, through their interaction with the Mountain Laurel. Furthermore, they'll also be able to learn about publishing, about what you're doing with publishing, since this is a legitimate publication. They'll be able to see, okay, here's how we do layout. This is format. This is how we meet deadlines. This is how we work with publishers. And so they'll be able to benefit through all those things. The last way that you can become a part of the staff is just to enroll in the Mountain Laurel practicum, which is an actual course. You get 1 hour credit for it, and so that would be the same as a volunteer basis, except that it would be part of your coursework, and so we would really expect some more from somebody who is to sign up for the class. It would be expected to do a lot of the formatting, expected to work on those deadlines, and really meet the standards of the Mountain Laurel. And so the benefits of that, of course, as I said, is you learn what it means to be on a publication staff. You figure out, okay, what is good artwork. If I hadn't got a very clear understanding of what that is, I will have that when I finish, because I will work with people who do know what that is, and I will learn from them. Then, of course, you just get the benefits of finding out what the publishing world is like.
Okay. Well, there you have it, North Greenville. Professor Tim Hendrix, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to hoping you find a pink sheet and find a collection box and submit to the Mountain Laurel. Thank you.
Thank you.